Little Halloween music as the Denver Nuggets take on the Toronto Raptors, and look who's having fun out there. Mike Malone before the game. Well, it's never fun having your team try to guard that man, DeMar DeRozan. So the fun ended as the game started. DeMar knocking down a jump shot. He was 13 of 23 from the field. Later, Terrence Ross off a screen three. That's cash. Toronto on a 26-9 run. Part of that is Terrence Ross. Again, pull-up jumper. And the Raptors led it at that point 42-26. They led it 62-49 at the half. In the third quarter, this is not what you're wanting if you're Denver. A little bit of a sprained ankle from Will Barton. You see him there in a lot of pain. Watch it again closely as he drives sort of into traffic, rolls his left ankle right there and immediately to the floor. Will Barton, you want to stick and stay with NBA.com for updates on his condition. DeMar DeRozan backs down off the spin, drains the floater at the third quarter buzzer beater. He had 29 at the end of three quarters. Jameer Nelson, about a floater from Jameer, bounces around and in. Then Wilson Chandler, a three, and Denver all the way back and in front in Toronto's house. Later, it's the big fella inside, Yusuf Nurkic, going up through contact. Didn't care at all. 13 points, 18 rebounds. Denver by 5. Kyle Lowry now driving hard, and that ties the game. Less than 3.5 minutes to go in the game. He had 29 points on the game. Emmanuel Mudiay. He's a big, strong point guard, and he goes inside and lays that one in. He had 16. Denver up by 2. Back to DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan with the layup. He had 33 points on the game. We're tied at 101. With the Raptors up by 1, Kyle Lowry working on Danilo Gallinari, and that, folks, is going to be tough for Danilo as Kyle gets right to the rack, lays it in. Toronto down by 3, less than a minute to go. Now with Toronto still down by those 3 points, Emmanuel Mudiay in and out for the tie. And Denver, they'd put 0.3 of a second on the clock, would have one last shot. That last shot went to Danilo Gallinari. It's a soccer throw-in, and it almost goes. Toronto hangs on to win by 3. Final score, 105-102. It's early, but so far the Chicago Bulls are the top-scoring team in the entire NBA. Dwayne Wade getting loose before taking on Brooklyn, and look who's hot, Jimmy Butler knocking down a tray. Then on the fast break, no tray involved here. He's going to the top of the tower and bringing that one home. Later, Butler driving in for the jumper and foul. He had 13 points in the quarter. Chicago up 35-18. Wasn't all good news for the Bulls. Off a Bulls turnover, Sean Kilpatrick goes in for the lay-in, but is fouled by Michael Carter-Williams there. He goes down hard, landing on his left knee. He would not return, so you're going to want to stick and stay with NBA.com for updates on his condition. Isaiah Cannon gives the Bulls a spark off the bench here with a three-pointer. Then Rajon Rondo likes what he sees, so he gets it to Cannon for another three-pointer. He had 13 points in quarter number 2. The Bulls up 65-44 at the half. Jimmy Butler working on his game, and he can even do this spin and hook plus the foul. 22 points on the night. It's a 22-point lead. Taj Gibson now off the dish from Nikola Mirotic, and he goes in and lays that one home. 88-62. Dwayne Wade with the hesitation. And look at that move. Terrific stuff. He lays it in, and Chicago flat cruises. They win it big, 118-88. DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings in Atlanta to take on the unbeaten Hawks. And early on, DeMarcus doing DeMarcus things, just driving in and trucking that jam. 14-9 Atlanta up, though, and Paul Millsap helping the cause. 13 points, 8 assists, 14 rebounds for Millsap, and the Hawks up 7 at that point. Later, Malcolm Delaney with the alley-oop to Dwight Howard for the jam. He had a double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Kyle Korver, triple, 17 on the game for Korver. Atlanta up 32-19. DeMarcus Cousins still dunking. 14 points, 12 rebounds. Of course, he got a double-double, but Atlanta's lead down to 2. That's more important. Paul Millsap, Kyle Korver, 3 again. Atlanta led it by 9 at the break. To the third quarter, and the Kings doing some good things here. Rudy Gay with the jam, and one strong jam from Rudy Gay. He made the free throw, 22 points on the game. Good ball movement results in one Chris Humphries. Eventually, get it to Chris. There's Chris knocking down the three-pointer. 74-69, Atlanta in front. Thabo Sefolosha. Ooh, fancy reverse lay-in on that one. Atlanta up by 6 in the fourth quarter. Dwight Howard with a block on one end, and this is what Hawks basketball is in its ideal form now. Howard blocking shots, Korver making threes, Atlanta getting W's. Your final score, 106-95. It's Halloween night in the NBA. How can you tell? It's Rick James or Paul Pierce. You choose. Either way, it's fun. DeAndre Jordan warming up on free throws. Remember, he's playing with a sprained right thumb. First quarter, DeAndre Jordan, how's the thumb? Very good, thank you very much. Reverse jam, Clippers already up by 3. Later, Suns in transition. Find Leandro Barbosa because he's got three-point range. Phoenix takes 2-point lead, 24-22. Into the second quarter we go. Phoenix working with the big fella down low. Alex Len, he's bigger than most Spates. That's big. Lays that one in. We're tied at 28. Now, Clippers on the run. J.J. Redick finds Blake Griffin down low, and Griffin does the rest with the layup. 36-33, L.A. in front. DeAndre Jordan on the alley-oop off the dish from Luke Mbah-a-Moute, and we're still running because Blake Griffin's open for a dunk there. Part of a 14-0 Clippers run. LA up 48-36 at the half. To the third quarter we go. Brandon Knight going to find a three-pointer to his liking in the corner. He had 18 points on the game. Clippers lead trimmed to 4. Then it's Griffin working his way through the lane, and this is acrobatic, people. That's a power forward. Moving around on the dribble, hanging in the air, and flipping it back up over his head. Unbelievable stuff. 21 points, 12-14 from the line as well. He had 11 rebounds. He did it all. He's got help. Chris Paul flips it in. He had 24 points, 8 assists. Jamal Crawford, the reigning sixth man of the year, gets that one to drop. 14 points for him. It's a 15-point lead. And then let's just connect with a power forward and a center who like to fly. Here's Blake Griffin to DeAndre, mashing that one. And then it's Griffin. Watch this pass. A little up, under, and there's DeAndre coming along the wing. 19 points, 11 rebounds. The Clippers get the win, 116-98.